My name is Newton, and our business at Smiles Collection is we are in fashion and we are in branding, that is in printing business. Back in campus, we did actually fashion. Kevin and I, Smiles, as we have named the company after him. We did fashion, design and marketing at Kenyatta University. And I think we carried that outside because it was more of a skill set kind of course. We brought it to the business world. And then we realized that fashion is more about image. And image has to be complemented by something else. Maybe let's talk about, you have to beautify stuff, ideally. And then sometimes it does not sustain you or completely. So we added, rather than pivoting direct or to something else, we added like the printing side, which we actually also studied. There are some courses we did in campus that we used to print. So we carried that here, and so now we are in printing, and we're in Nairobi. People call it tailoring, but somebody who has gone through school doesn't want to be called a tailor. But ideally, that's it. Okay. In the beginning, we used to do that in campus. We would print something, and those days, that was way back in 2016 is when the company was started officially. But we were doing small hustling. You have whatever your parents are giving you is not going to be enough for campus life. So we used to print small t-shirts. We would do the designs. I would come to town, print them. Then we used to live in Mombasa Road, usually close to campus. And so we'd get the small money, come, eat, go have fun, like a small we are making. Somebody wants maybe a suit, we will subcontract somebody else. Then before we actually were masters of the craft. And so I can say 2016, take it back to maybe another 2 years. So from 2014, we started doing something for ourselves. And then 2016, then the company was formed. And since then, now we are in 2023, and God has been good so far. We started from similar to like our rooms. There were design courses that we used to do. So we started them from our rooms. And one would do the designs. I would come print them in town because we did not have the machines or any know-how. So that's how we actually started learning. It was very small. When we started in Kawasukari. There are some Mabati stalls that used to be there. We had one tailor at that moment, like now officially for the company, and one machine for printing. So the shop used to get really hot. It was painted black, alafu ni mabati. And then we started having like social media pages, pole, and people came to know that we are doing this. And then somebody would mention, oh, you want something? I know small girls, 2 boys that are doing this. I know some people that are doing this. So we started very small in Kawasukari. Then we had a promotion to town, but that promotion to town itself wasn't like big. We went to a smaller station in town, down at Kikorok. Yeah, no, actually it's Kirinyaga Road. It's actually Kirinyaga Road. We were there maybe 6-7 months, and that time there was a time biz was down. We used to pay rent hata yezi nunua credit sahi ya mwezi. But it was favoring us because somebody had taken us in, so we kind of partnered with them, but we used to pay them now rent. So it helped us sustain. And then we did that basically because also we had clients are coming to town. So it was expensive for me to deliver things from town to here, Kevin to take things from town or maybe from Skogari to here. So when you factor in the transport, it wasn't making sense. So it was easier for us to work here. So it was nice. We worked there for like 6-7 months, yes. And then we had ideally our mentor, more of our business father. He took us to Imenti. We moved to Imenti. Because now, as we grew, there were clients that would say, I cannot go to Kirinyaga Road. Because River Road, Kirinyaga Road, there's that stigma and fear. I'll be pickpocketed. You guys are lying to me. You want to steal from me. So it built more confidence to come uptown. So we went to Imenti. We were with Imenti with a guy called Patrick. He's more of our father and our mentor in business. He held us our hand. He gave us space. We could chip in with the rent, small, and we were together for quite a while. I think 3 years. We moved here together, and then after then, we grew up. We started growing up. So once we grew up. He recommended and he advised us on how to run. He taught us how to run like a big business. He helped us to manage our staffs, how to handle clients, and it built having a place of your own. Actually, started even building more confidence with the clientele, because when you go to somebody and then you meet them with somebody else, you're wondering, is this their business or money? Somebody else. Who am I going to deal with? So he helped us get there. We got to our own shop, smaller one. We were there for 7 months, and then things started working out very much well for us, and we were happy. It was small money, We had grown up, we had matured in business. Then, but it was not all easy, because there's a time I think there's a big job we did a while, and we lost more than around 40,000 for us, and we were very small. It pained us for almost a week. It pained us for more than actually a week. We delivered to a client, and then the client said, I will pay you once you deliver. So because of our excitement, I think, and we were amateurs in the business. So we knew we could raise this money, do the business, deliver, and then get paid. So once we delivered, we said, okay, thank you, I'm going to pay you. And tomorrow, before end of the day, actually, I'm going to pay you. If not, tomorrow, remind me. Tomorrow, mteja. And we keep calling. So eventually it dawns on you, you know what? Nairobi ni shamba la mawe. And then you accept, you move on. So there are those lessons that you learn. It has not been all roses. But so far, so good. Now we are here, 7 years down the line. We are at least somewhere. We can say we are at least somewhere. We started actually with one tailor, and printing, we used to print for ourselves. It was better for us. It was cheaper, and also we had trust of each other, and then we did not know. So there was that comfort of, ni mimi na wewe tunashikilia hii kitu. Then we had one tailor. After a while, once actually we came to town, we lost that tailor. We could not carry him because there was no space, and we felt that our stitching business was lagging behind, and the branding business was catching up, and was actually, one is a baby who is crawling, the other one was started walking. So it was easier for us to deal with the one who is walking, because he's bringing something more than the one who is crawling. So once we came to town, that's when now we connected with our mentor, was called Patrick. He was the one now who was teaching for us. So for us, it was, do this for us in your own roof. We will deal with the client in the same way. So he helped us so much. And then we added one guy for printing. We started now printing with another guy, so we became 3. And since then, we added some other 2 guys for printing. Yes, another guy, so we became 4 actually for printing. And tailors, ideally, you have a big network, because sometimes you cannot sustain maybe the things that you are doing. So you have to subcontract a lot. It's less headache actually. It's less headache. Subcontracting is less headache. But under our roof, we have I think 4 or 5 that are under the roof, and outside many. We are not privileged like in a Bill Gates, whereby your parents give you a big loan whereby you can shoot up. But it has been baby steps. Ideally, it has been baby steps. The support of our friends, parents, and Kevin, essentially, is really good with money. He's really good with money. We worked slow by slow. Ideally, we worked slow by slow. And at a certain a lot of loans. A lot of loans. I think maybe, what can I say? I think a lot of loans actually from individuals, not banks, because a bank is not going to trust you when you're making 3 t-shirts a day, or rather a week, or a month. Sometimes you are making, the turnover is 4,000. The bank is not going to give you that. But there are people that trusted us, and maybe small loans here and there. This job comes, go take from somebody, I'll return it at a certain amount, with another certain amount, return it. So pole hivyo we grew, and capital is actually the biggest challenge of work, because you may get even an order, or you need bills to pay for the business, and sometimes it cannot sustain itself. COVID was a surprise, like, to everybody else, and I don't think anybody was actually prepared for that. Nobody, ideally, maybe, I think actually nobody was really prepared for COVID, whether you like it or not. So for us, it hit us really hard. You depend on clients, and our job is usually product. It's not even more of a service, it's a product. Our service maybe is consultation, you see, and still the Kenyan fashion market hasn't yet caught whereby people are appreciating the styling part and the consultation part. And even then, I'm imagining it was hard because there is no human physical contact. So for us, our suppliers have locked some places. You have an order to deliver. You cannot. You have a client's money. You return the money, there's no trust anymore, because I trusted you once. I don't believe when I come back again, you're going to trust me. Is that part. 2, there are no orders that are coming. But God has been great during that time too. Masks really helped. So if somebody asks me if there's a miracle I've ever seen in life, usidharau kitu kidogo. Ideally usidharau, because when you tell people 20 bob fed you, 30 bob fed you for 6-7 months, paid the rent for the shop, paid for your rent in the house, you fed, you clothed. Na utu kurudi nyumba, unajua kuna kitu mbaya kama kurudi nyumba. It happened to some people, but at the end of the day, it was hard for everybody. But God came through for us, and now we are here. We may have social media, yes, and it brings us people and a lot of clientele. But I think the greatest gift God has given us is our clientele has built us, in the sense that once the referrals we get, they build faith with a new person, because now you're not looking at a screen knowing this person does this. You're looking from a point of so and so, I saw so and so get this from this person, and so has directed me to this person. Already, it builds that faith. There's a block that has already been broken. There's a veil that is open it's a window. For us, our clientele have been good, and I thank God for them, and we thank them, and we tell them to come back again always. So it has helped us having clients who actually have faith in us, because si kuringa per se, but we do our best to deliver. There's that video that goes on like, I will deliver. Ideally, that's us. Because once you have that faith in us to deliver something, it's now the ball is on my side to do whatever it takes to make sure that you got what you wanted. And that has been a pillar for us. Corporates, individual clientele, even those one-offs that come, sometimes circumstances happen. Sometimes electricity is not there, and there is nothing I can do. But so and so has electricity, and sometimes it will make me a loss. but because I need you to be happy, let me chip in at that loss, go get your things done at so and so's place, so that if I told you Wednesday, 4 p.m., Wednesday 4 p.m. at the call, where can I deliver? Are you coming for that stuff? And I think majorly that has really helped us in maintaining our clientele and building more. 2, speed. I've realized speed and delivery is very, very important also. Your word matters with a lot of people and a lot of corporates, especially those. Once you people agree on a certain time, speed is key. And speed now, that's why sometimes you find us, a lot of times we have spent the night here because we agreed Wednesday, we agreed Friday. And if I go home, rest up, that Friday, I'll be a liar. You see? So we have dedicated ourselves to making sure we deliver, no matter the case, unless push comes to shove. So ideally, I think our clientele has faith in us delivering. There's a time, a lot of times people call you and they're like, I heard you're a miracle worker. You're like, I'm not Jesus. I'm not Jesus. And then they laugh. But then again, on a serious note, I've heard you're a miracle worker. I went somewhere, my things were messed up. I need you to sort this thing out. And you're like, when? They are needed tomorrow, and they are calling you at probably at 2 p.m. or at 3. And you know very well this thing will take more than 12 hours. But there is that desire to work hard. There is that desire to make sure that, oh, somebody messed you up. I'll make sure next time you don't go to that person, you come to me. So what do? Sometimes you say yes. But also you have to manage the expectations. It is very, very important to manage the expectations. Be honest. One thing I've actually learned a lot is clients don't mind being told, Ikoivi, this and this has happened. I wanted to do this at a certain time. Allow me to do this at a certain time. Unless now, there are those emergencies you cannot avoid. You see? And then those that's when you say, like, let me go somewhere else, get this thing done, deliver to this, and then I'll deliver this other later. Also, quality. We make sure our stuff is top-notch. Whatever our merchandise we deliver, whatever you order, we make sure it's top-notch because we are not the only ones doing this business in this country. We are not the only ones doing this business in these streets. We are not the only ones doing this business in this city. There are big wigs that have been there for 20 years. There are big wigs there are people that are coming after you. There are people that are ahead of you. There are people that are the same level as you. They are seeking the same clientele that you want. The only way is to make sure that no matter the case, there is top-notch delivery. What you ordered and what you asked for has to be identical. They have to be identical twins, ideally. And we strive to the best we can to make sure that happens. A partner in business. I think it's beautiful. Honestly, it is. But for me, I may be biased because I'm speaking from a point of friendship. We have been friends for, I think this year we are 12 years as friends. We met in campus and we have become friends for all those years to this day. We work together, we are friends, we eat together, our parents talk. Like, we became brothers in the business. And then, majorly, apart from that, is knowing your strength. You know your strength, you know somebody's weakness. Why don't you amplify your strength and the other person to minimize your weakness? No. And then now you have to come. You don't have to agree on everything, but also you have to weigh what's the pro, what's the con, what's the best for the business. It's not about what's best for me at the end of the day, because a business is more of a legacy. You have to leave something behind, something to mark, something that is immortal beyond you. That's why when you're not even there, the baby is supposed to survive. You see, she or he has to go on. So that's how we look at the business. The economic times are hard, really. They are hard. Fare, food, clothes, fabrics, merchandise, like the things that, a lot of merchandise that is imported, you find that the tax has gone up. The tax that has gone up, I have to transfer that to the client. And sometimes the client will ask you, so yes, I was ordering this. Do you think my employer has increased my salary? you're like, I really don't know, but this is what is happening. And if you want to meet me tomorrow, next week, you find my shop open, kindly, this is the only way I can charge you. And there are some that are understanding, there are some that are like, hey, you've become too expensive for me. I'll have to find other places. Now, the good thing is that sometimes they go to other places and then they find it cheap is usually expensive, and then they come back to you. So there's that works for us sometimes, but it's hard. Anybody who, there's that fire that always burns in somebody's soul. Never let that fire burn out. Don't put it off. Follow that dream, no matter the case, no matter what. It's seeking you. There's a reason as to why it's in you. It's seeking you, and also seek it. It's not usually easy. Anybody who tells you it's easy, that's going to be a big lie. But grit, determination, focus, a lot of God, I repeat, a lot of God, and ideally be the best at your craft. You are never too young to be good. You are never too young to be good at something. Focus on the craft that you want to do, perform it to the best level. And then there's a Bible verse that says that your talents are going to put you in front of kings. See, have that determination, and you'll get to that dream. Today may fail, tomorrow it may fail, maybe on Saturday it will work, but keep on having that hope. Work hard, be humble. Importantly, be humble. You can find us on social media, usually on Instagram. We have Smiles Prints for the branding business. We have Smiles Collection for the fashion business. On Facebook too, we usually have both of them still, Smiles Print and Smiles Collection. Our office number also, I can give that, is 0708 901 916. Call anytime up to 7. You will be served, and you're most welcome. Our doors are always open.